We're now joined by Jenna Lee, a child care advocate and parent, and on the Parent Leadership Council of Advocates for Children of New Jersey. Jenna, good to have you with us.
Good to be here. Thanks, Steve.
This is part of our ongoing series on reimagining child care. Your child care journey, representative of countless other New Jersey and American parents, U.S. parents, your struggle for affordable, accessible child care is extraordinary. Please, maybe it's not extraordinary. That's part of the problem. Please share with us.
Sure. So I would say that, when I first had my daughter, she's 4 now. I had her back in 2018, and I was working at a nonprofit, earning a pretty low salary. So I was qualifying for the state subsidy program called New Jersey Care for Kids. I'm working, being able to afford childcare at that time because the state was providing that assistance. Eventually, I, find a new job, earning more money, but earning more money meant losing that subsidy. So now instead of being able to finally enjoy earning an extra amount of money each month, now I'm needing to use that money to pay for my daughter's childcare. It's very, very expensive in here in New Jersey. A lot of people will say it's like a second mortgage. When we moved to a new county here in New Jersey, I had then needed to find her a new center. And that's when the test for quality came into place. I'm paying $1,200 a month to get my daughter quality care. And the first center that we found when we moved was very far from the quality that I was looking for. One of the red flags that I experienced there within the first 2 weeks, one of the nice things about this center was that they did have cameras, which in their situation kind of was a downfall because I was able to witness my child being on someone's phone. The teacher in the classroom was using her phone to FaceTime someone and showing my daughter. And I'm trying to understand what's happening in this situation. So I called the school and I'm saying, hey, I don't know what's going on, but my daughter is being shown on someone's phone as if they're on FaceTime. An entire situation that finally got ironed out. A week later, another situation comes up. I pick up my daughter, put her in her car seat in the car, and I feel that she doesn't have anything on. At this point, she's at the age of wearing pull-ups, but they didn't have anything on her. She just had her pants on. So I marched back into the childcare center. I'm like, what's going on? Why is my daughter not having anything to protect her under her pants? And they were just apologetic. So immediately I needed to remove my daughter from that center. And it was unfortunate because it was my first time finding a center that I was paying, the full price for following losing the subsidy. And it was just atrocious.
If people want to know what we mean by affordable is affordable, it speaks for itself. Accessible, it's accessible to you where you are, where you live, it's close enough, whatever. Quality, Jenna just described by any reasonable standard, a lack of quality. What is, in your view, and also I want to make sure we put up the Advocates for Children of New Jersey website so that people can find out more. There's no one solution, Jenna, but one action, one policy, one specific thing that needs to be done to improve this terrible situation regarding accessible, affordable, quality childcare. Please, Jenna.
I think that the quality needs to be addressed through what teachers are being paid. When you have staff members who are earning minimum wage, how do you expect great quality from that? Those same people who are earning minimum wage could go find a new job somewhere else, get paid more money. So you lose the quality there. I think that that's a big piece that needs to be changed within the policy because we have found through many, many studies that the first 3 years of a child's life is the most vital to their development. And so if we know this, why are we not providing that quality care? If a teacher decides to go teach in a kindergarten classroom, they're going to be earning a livable wage, but we don't get that same quality when we look at our preschool, infant child care centers.
Not to mention that there's turnover. We've lost people in our organization. Turnover is a part of professional life, of the life of any organization. But turnover among childcare workers is way too high. Talk about the impact of that on, forget about affordable and accessible, but again, quality childcare, and the impact it has on your children, everyone's child who's in a child care center. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Absolutely. No. So when I moved my daughter out of that first center that was just atrocious quality, I moved her to a new center hoping that it would be a little bit better. And the quality was better. But in that situation, we were dealing with a lot of turnover. Within the first month of her being there, she had 4 different teachers. And so how does my daughter get a sense of routines and consistency when every other week she's being placed with a new teacher in the classroom. And it was really, really hard for her to make that transition when we did have to move out of into the new child care center.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: the issue of stress on parents. Describe the stress that it's had on you, which again is representative of so many other parents in our state, in our region, in our country. Please, Jenna.
Yeah, I mean, the stress is very, very high. When you think about being a parent, and you think about being a working parent, childcare has to be essential because how do you go to work without childcare? And so when I'm dealing with the high cost, the low quality, it just makes the decision to put my child in childcare that much more difficult, which then would impact me being able to work. And so it's a domino effect that really impacts parents to a level where it impacts their livelihood because without working, how do you live? How do you support your child? And so I think that if we don't start to really look and fix some of the issues that we have here within childcare, you're going to lose a lot of parents in the workforce because they're going to be stuck with this really tough decision on, do I keep my child in childcare? Do I stay home with my child? And that's just what it's turning to. I see a lot of parents deciding to leave the workforce because of the simple fact that childcare is unaffordable and the quality and the accessibility is just not there.
Before I let you go, Jenna, you're not only living this, but you're trying to do something about it. You're actually, as I said before, on the Parent Leadership Council of Advocates for Children of New Jersey. The website will be on real quick before I let you go. Why did you decide to be a part of this council?
When I became a parent, I really wasn't aware of just how hard it can be when it comes to taking care of a child, especially in the childcare realm. So when I had heard about this opportunity, I had to jump on it because I thought, even if I don't get to see the immediate response of what we're advocating for, then I know that the generations to come, even my daughter, if she decides to become a parent one day, will have an easier time than I had. I think the state of New Jersey does make good strides, but there's so much more to do. And so we at the Parent Leadership Council, we work, tirelessly to make sure that there's a positive change in childcare for the parents in New Jersey.
Very well said, Jenna. I cannot thank you enough for joining us, for sharing your story, for representing so many parents who are struggling with childcare issues and being a part of our mini-series on reimagining childcare. Thank you, and wish you and your family and your daughter all the best. Thanks, Jenna.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, PSEG Foundation, Newark Board of Education, Seton Hall University, the Turrell Fund, supporting Reimagine Childcare, the Northward Center, University Hospital, Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, and by PSEG. Promotional support provided by CIANJ and Commerce Magazine, and by NJ.com.
This is the Seton Hall story, one that comes to life every day on our campus. This is the place where great minds discover, innovate, collaborate, and find their true calling. This is the place where passion has a purpose, where learning inspires leading. The bonds we make, the values we teach, inspire our community to take heart and take action. This is Seton Hall University. This is what great minds can do.